Hi, welcome again. And this episode, I want to talk about the beauty of Bitcoin and why is it so special. Um, so let's first look at what is this, right? So these two charts are basically is from a report by DIAR, crypto research firm DIAR, and they highlighted that the miner activity has actually increased again, finally, right? After the year-long winter, the miner revenue has actually dropped to a 19-month low, but the margins is shifting back up. So on the left chart, you can see the black line are the rewards. They basically are earning about 300 million for the year of 2018. So, but of course, now with the prices super low and still haven't recovered in a strong manner, the minor reward is actually really low, and that is also why you have heard a lot of news being Bitmain, the major Bitcoin mining firm, having a lot of problems, and a lot of crypto firms also have to lay off staff just to manage the cash flow, because it is not easy to make money in this kind of market. And of course everyone suffers, but this company who has invested a lot more basically suffer even more. But the good news is that finally, we are seeing some increase in opportunity and margins profitability for the miners. And the thing is this, and the beauty of Bitcoin is actually this, right? They always have this anti-cyclical pattern. How it works is that when prices are very high, right, they make a lot of money, right? And then you just get so many miners into the field, because then everyone is attracted to mine, and they basically just make the network even stronger, right? Because then it is even more decentralized. But also when prices are falling, right, of course, then a lot of the even big firms, because they've invested so much, they're actually suffering more because they have a lot of capital. And also the big firms, because they are really just out to make money, a lot of them are also, they have thrown in a towel, right? And you have seen a lot of mining farms basically throwing their equipment into the bin, right? And we've seen a lot of those news in the early part of last year and towards even the end of last year, yeah. But now with prices so low again, then the mining difficulty is basically becoming much easier, right? And because you have less miners competing for the mining reward, and that's why then there are people jumping in again to do the mining, and that's why. So forever, right, the Bitcoin network will be very strong, because there will be always people on the network maintaining a copy, right, and making sure that there will be just more and more people having the same copy, and then it is harder for anyone to hack, for anyone to tamper with the copy, which is also the longest in history. And so because of that, it is really strong network, and that is what's the beauty, right? And just coming back to this, right? So what are the other interesting elements of this chart is showing that on the right side, the black line with the numbers is actually the profit margins, the gross margins of miners for Bitcoin. And it has decreased, right? Basically from 94% in January 2018 all the way down to 32%, right, in December and January 2019. Now the curve seems to have bottomed and actually, gone up to 39% in February 2019, and that's really good news. So the other thing is, though, for the miners, it will be basically should be better, because the Bitmain already shipped their latest chip for mining called S15, because this gross margin is based on S9, and the latest S15 is being shipped, and it was reported that is 84% even more efficient than S9. So that means the profit margin should be even more than double, right, or close to doubling, that basically if you use S15. And that's really good, because then this will incentivize again people to jump into this space, right? So again, strengthening the network further. And that is really the beauty of Bitcoin, that no other coin can replicate, because Bitcoin is the first, right? That history, that legacy can never be overtaken by anyone else, unfortunately, right? It is really just because Bitcoin is born, then it inspired every other cryptocurrency to be created. Yeah. Now, the other very encouraging thing is this next chart is showing that despite the year-long winter, transactions, that means the usage on Bitcoin, continue to increase. And if you look over to the right, of course, in end of 2017, the transactions spiked up, right, to over 400,000 transactions. But you can see after that also, despite the year-long winter, transactions keep rising steadily, and now it is already passing the 350,000. That means very close to the previous high of 400,000. And it's really, really encouraging it's very encouraging because despite the bearish price, right, people are actually using it. And in fact, the virus is really even spreading faster despite, all the price bearish movement. And that's really good. The other very interesting note, this is from Cisco. There was a report by Cisco. They have done the research on who are the people mining it. It's very interesting that second largest cohort of people mining cryptocurrency is actually education institutions or the college students. And it's no surprise they think, why is that? Because the students can access to the free electricity given by the university, right, which they just pay a fee for education, but they don't pay additional fee for how much electricity they use. So they need just those opportunistic ones, the college students who are opportunistic, who really want to make more money on the side, right? They just set up this mining rig in their dorm room, and then when they graduate, they will have all this just great. And of course, if the next rally comes, they will really just benefit from all this. Very, very smart, right? And I thought very, very interesting trend and research. The others on the right is they're showing top traffic by geography. Just probably not surprised that US is dominating at 62% of the mining. Then followed by other countries, 70 other countries is 28%, but EMEA is 6%. So that's good, right? So yeah, that's all I have. And yeah, so this video is really just want to bring out the beauty of cryptocurrency, especially Bitcoin, right? Being that, because of this proof of work mechanism, right? This mining mechanism, and the incentive system is so smartly and beautifully designed that, right, regardless of the price, right, there will be people mining it. And in fact, when prices are low, people are also incentivized to continue maintaining the blockchain because the difficulty is less, right? So that is really the beauty. And yes, and that is why I think everyone should be fascinated by this if you truly understand the technology behind it, and of course is real use case, right? Yeah. So yes, and hope you enjoyed this episode. And yeah, I see you in another episode because I have one more on all the other major news. I've done 2 other episodes, just one dedicated to XRP, going gaga over XRP, and the other one is BlockFi 6.2% crypto interest account. That is basically, I want to just be a contrarian and highlight that it is too good to be true. That's what I think. And be sure to check out those, right? Thank you so much for watching, and hope we see you in the next video.